Go.
Oh, hi there. My name's Logan Tankersley. It's nice to meet you. If you don't already know me, again, my name is Logan Tankersley, and I went to the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, and I was a part of the Alliance for Christ. I came to UAFS in 2016, and I jumped around degree programs, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I was undecided for a little bit. But I eventually found organizational leadership, which I really enjoyed and loved, and I stuck with it. But you're probably wondering why I'm here sitting by the fireplace speaking to you, and I'll get to that in about 10 minutes. So maybe not, maybe it's a little bit before then, but hopefully you won't fall asleep. AJ, please don't fall asleep. But just kidding. If you know AJ, he's a good guy. But if you don't know me, I want to tell you a little bit about myself to introduce myself. And so anyways, yeah, I found organizational leadership, and when I first came to college, I got the experience of the collegeness, the experience of freedom, and I lavished in that freedom. I started drinking and doing drugs and sleeping with people, and it ended up being a really dark place for me, and a really dark place in my past, because at that moment I don't think I believed in God, and I just believed in myself, and I just did what I wanted to do. And I was trying to fill this void and this hole in my life because, you know, when I first came to college, I recently had a bad breakup, and because I didn't have God in my life, I didn't know what to do. So I turned to those things to help me feel better, which they did for the time being. You know, it was only temporary, but it helped me not feel any emotions, and it helped me not think, helped me not feel. It helped me just continue life without caring, and that's what I wanted at that moment. And it was really exhausting and really tiring to live like that, and it really put a damage on my family and I's relationship. I became very distant with my parents and my brother, which was my doing. They were still there for me, they still loved me, and they kind of knew what was going on. But it was in 2017 in November that I heard Jesus speak to me and said that he wanted to get a relationship with me. And so I kind of dropped everything, and I went to church that Sunday, and the preacher kept looking at me, and eventually he stopped in the middle of his sermon, and he asked me what my name is, and I told him, and then he told me that he believed that Jesus brought me there for a reason, and that he loves me, and he cares about me, and that he forgives me, and just all this super loving and encouraging message. And it broke me down, and I went up to the altar, and everyone came up and put their hands on me and prayed for me. And at that moment, I just felt an everlasting, just like this supernatural peace, and I believed everything was real. I believed Jesus was real, and he is real, and that life's not a game. But so after that, that Christmas break, I came home and I opened up to my parents and I told them everything that I was doing and what I did, and I just was so broken. And they hugged me and they loved me and they forgave me and they helped me in my growth with Christ. They gave me books and let me read this daily Bible with them to learn more about God, which was truly amazing and literally life-changing. And so after that, the spring semester, I started, and I got baptized January 13th, and which was really amazing. But anyways, it's not something little. I didn't forget about it. I just trying to do this thing. I'm not used to recording and doing these recordings. But the spring semester, I started looking for some college ministries. I was wanting to get involved because I was really alone up there. I lived by myself. I lived off campus, and I didn't have anyone. I was away from family, and it was really lonely. So I remember just sitting up at night praying to God to provide me with some friends, just at least one. And I was going to these college ministries, and I met a lot of really amazing people and really nice people. But I just felt like another person in the crowd, like that no one really cared about me. I mean, it could have been myself, my selfishness maybe. I don't know. But I just remember going to some college ministries and sitting alone, and maybe someone saying, "Have a good night," when I left, and that was it. It was pretty hard. But I remember at the Rock, when I was working out, I was in the bathroom and I saw a poster of the Lions for Christ, and I never heard of them before, so I decided to go. And I remember going there the first Wednesday at midweek wearing something like this, and everybody was just trying to hanging out, just wearing some sweatpants and jeans and nothing, and which I don't know, I kind of overdid it, but I guess it stuck out to Zach because he said something about what I was wearing, and I ended up talking to Kate and Sarah and Zach, and they really made an initial impact in my life through that campus ministry, because they actually wanted to get to know me and actually saw me, and I think cared about me. And so I continued going. I was so thankful for these people, and I ended up meeting more amazing people through that campus ministry, and we got to know each other. We became really good friends. We hung out, we had breakfast, we had dinner, we went on a ski trip, we had amazing small groups, and I met my fiance through the campus ministry, and we're getting married in May 2021. But it was truly amazing, and I do believe God led me to the Lions for Christ, and Kate and Sarah and Rachel and Dylan are such amazing people to want to devote their lives to college students and to want to help others and lead them to Christ, because I know what it's like to not live with Christ. And if I had to choose one, obviously, I would choose Christ because I'm sitting here in front of this screen, and I'm sure it's like a small group or midweek, which is a Christian organization. But anyways, so that's about me, and I ended up graduating in December of 2020, and I live in Hot Springs, and I'm working full-time, and I'm paying bills. I'm just a regular adult. But, so why I'm here speaking to you guys is I wanted to inform you and let you know that my family has a family foundation. It's called the Tankersley Family Foundation, and it's a nonprofit, and it started with my parents. And my parents wanted to be a blessing to others and do God's work, and they've helped many people through this foundation, help them just in tremendous ways. And they approached my brother and I and asked us what we wanted to do. And one of my visions and one of the blessings that I would like our family to do is a scholarship. So we were talking, and we wanted to do this scholarship through the Lions for Christ. We didn't want to go through Lions Share or go through some other organization. We wanted to do Lions for Christ because they have just made such an impact in my life. So the scholarship, we're going to provide 2 scholarships for right now. Hopefully, Lord willing, we'll be able to do a lot more scholarships. And the requirements for the scholarship is a paper, which the paper will consist of some things about you, and which would be where you came from, who you are, and also what are you going to school for. If you don't know, that's fine. Tell us you don't know. We won't judge you, or we won't cut you just because you don't know. And then tell us what your ambitions are for your life. What do you want to do for the rest of your life? Whether that be your hobbies, your how are you going to pay your bills, whatever. We want to get to know you, because if I don't know you, I'm sure my family doesn't know you. So this paper will help us get to know you, and on a sort of, I don't know, I mean, it's a paper, so we would just get to know of you. But so it's a paper, and then we need a transcript, which contains your classes that you're taking and your GPA. We want to make sure that you're enrolled at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, and there's not a certain GPA requirement as of now. Now, if you have a 1.5, I think that kind of says something, like you don't really put school first, which I don't know your situation. I'm sure it's not a 1.5, but you don't have to have a 3.5 or a 4.0 to get this scholarship. We understand no one's perfect. So if you do have a 4.0, that's great. Keep it up. Finish strong. But so yeah, transcript and GPA, and the paper. Back to the paper. I would like it to be APA format, which is a really cool format. And if you don't have a template, or if you don't want to do it, you can email me and I'll send you a template. You will submit it to the Family Foundation email, which either your small group leader or Kate and Sarah or Rachel or Dylan will provide you with. There's a piece of paper that has a little bit about ourselves and what we want to do and the requirements for the scholarship, and it has the due dates and has my personal cell phone number and also the email that you will be submitting it to. But what we really need you guys to do is, if you are interested in this scholarship, we would appreciate you contacting Kate or Sarah first and just letting them know that you're interested in this scholarship and that you want it, and just let them know that you're interested. And then you can submit it to us. But we would like you to inform them, to let them know, because we're going to be in communication with Kate and Sarah, because they're the ones that's going to be kind of guiding this, because I'm not with you guys right now. So Kate and Sarah are going to be the ones to talk to before you submit it. But after you talk to them, you can submit it and email it to the email, which is tankersleyfoundation@yahoo.com. And and the deadlines, the first two that we're going to do is this upcoming fall of 2021. And the deadline for the fall scholarship is June 1st. And we did it June 1st because we want to make sure that whoever gets the scholarship gets money into their account before school. We don't want to do it the day of classes or a few days before. But that's pretty much everything, and I hope if you have any questions you can talk to Kate and Sarah about it, or some of the small groups leaders about it, or you can call me personally if you have any questions or concerns about it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your semester, and that you get involved with the LFC, and that you want to become leaders, and you want to do such amazing things. I hope that you take advantage of this great community and that you really get something from it. Thank you so much for taking however much time this is, 15 minutes of your time, to listen to me and blabber about this stuff. But have a great night or day whenever you're watching this. I'll see you soon.